What is going on, everybody? So we're going to go over another week of the premium signals results. So every single week I put together a video where I go through all the trades that we gave out from the previous week. I'm just going to pull up the Telegram real quick. So there's going to be a scroll through at the end of the video where you guys will be able to see everything inside the group, but I'm just going to bring it up really quickly here. So our signals, they are on Telegram, guys. They're given with the entries, the stop loss, and the take profits. We do update them as well as we can, but we try to stick by the rules that are pinned in the top of this message. We always recommend that move your stop loss when you get to 1-to-1. So that means whatever the original stop loss was, when you get that amount of pips into profit, move your stop losses to break even. So that is our really rule for maintaining these orders here. So if you guys are in the chats, that's what you should be following. And when I go through and I run through the results on every single one, as we're going to see, that is pretty much the main rule that we go by. So we're going to get started here. This is for February 28th through March 5th. And this is going to be an interesting video because at the end, I'm going to be able to tell you guys or voice to you guys another reason why it doesn't matter how many pips you catch. It's all about the percentage that's being risked per trade. So we're going to start, we'll go through every single trade. We're going to start here with the euro dollar. So on March 1st, we went long on the dollar. I've got the before shot right here. We had price falling, really overextended, and we put in a long opportunity, and we started to find some support there. As you could see, price ended up coming back down, hitting our stops, and then did actually make it towards our targets and headed higher. So this happens, guys. So we were a little bit early on our entry here. Should have waited for some more confirmation. This moving average cross here combined with the bullish engulfing definitely would have been a nice opportunity to send us off to the upside. But live and learn. So that one was a minus 1%er. Let's go to the next trade, UJ. This one fucked around with us all week. It was really annoying. We ended up longing or shorting at the top here. There was a lot of divergence, and then price started to consolidate for almost a day. At this point here is when we had some people get out at entry, but we did instruct to hold this through, and it did end up hitting our stop loss. So that one was a minus 1%er. Minus 27 pips on the first one, minus 40 pips on that one. Then we had a GCAD order that we put in. We ended up closing this order at break even. So this one was just a 0%er. Then the next one was this EJ buy opportunity. So this one we actually got in a little bit later than I would have liked to. I would have liked to get in about 10 pips lower. Would have made the risk reward a lot more favorable on this one. But regardless, still a W. Let me pull up the after shot. Ended up hitting about 1.6% on this one, and we maintained this one all the way through. We had our stops at break even here. I did have some of my orders get stopped out when price did crash here because I was trying to protect some profits, but we ultimately didn't hit our target. The top here was our target, 129,900. We were about 30 pips away from that before price came over, but definitely some good trade on this one, good entry, and we ended up getting about 80 pips or 1.6%. Now this gold trade was given on the live call last week. We did a live call just for the signals members. I also dropped it in here as well, so I'm gonna pull this up. So we were getting ready for that live call, and I had this trade lined up. I just wanted to save it for the call for people that were going to hop on. Let me see if I can find it. It was given on March 2nd. We'll go on here. So this was the trade. This was the idea. Shorting at 1734, stops above 1742. And then on the live call, we instructed people to enter. This was the before right here. Clear downtrend, continuational type of move. And then this was the after. This thing ended up shitting the rest of the week. Ended up a plus 4%, about 4.5% on this one. So this was definitely a trade that kept us, fighting those losses. And this is why, guys, risk 1%, be consistent, try to hold the orders to the maximum value that they are. And as always, we instructed to move stops to break even after hitting 1-to-1. Take some profits and let some ride. So total potential on this one was 4% or 410 pips. We'll go over at the end why this is important, because 410 pips on gold, that's a normal move. It's a 4% move. On EJ, depending what your stop losses are, on major pairs, it's going to be way less pips, and that's why people got to realize. I'll talk about that more at the end. We had NCAD next, a buy limit. This one was never executed. And then we had a couple losses in a row here. We had 4 losses in a row. This was not good. We were bullish on the dollar. We should have been more bearish on the dollar here. So first, we had this GU buy opportunity right here. Pull up. And as you can see, price never really broke through the resistance, started rejecting it. We did have an opportunity to get out at break even right here, but I personally maintained this order through. So took a 1%er on that one. And then AU, obviously, same sentiment. This one did go into some profits, but then we ended up getting some news coming out, and that really sent this thing lower. So this one was also a 1%er. As you can see, we did get into about 10 pips, but not enough to move our stops to break even. Next, we had CAD CHF. This one, we had some divergence at the top here, 72700. Expected it to roll over. And this thing found a lot of buying pressure really right near the entry. Had this pullback, rejection, and then just shot up. So it was overall very bullish. And then last, we had NU looking for a buy on this one late in the week. And the news came out and really pushed this down. So it was all US dollar. The Powell had his interest, meeting last week, talking about everything to do with the dollar, and he really shafted us. So we ended up 4 losses in a row, and as you can see here, guys, total wins, we had a 4 out of 10, to a 40% win percentage, total pips 252, and then total gain ended up being minus 0.5%. Obviously, for the people that didn't get in on gold or EJ, it was a tough week. But if you did get in on those trades, you did capture a good amount of profits on those, which is why, I'm saying the pips don't matter. We had 410 pips on gold, but at the same time, it's all about the percentages, guys. At the end of the week, if all these trades were taken, would have been down negative 0.5%, even though we did make 252 pips. So keep that in mind. Risk 1% per trade or 2%. If you're going to do 2, just be consistent. And that was the results for this week, in preparation of next week, which we hope to be much better than this. As you could see from our previous results here, we're hoping for some bigger weeks. Not every week is going to be a winning week, but at the same time, as long as you're risking the 1%, you guys will end up with some wins here. As you could see, some big weeks there. So we'll get back to it. We'll be focused this week. We're going to do a sale on the premium signals. They're going to be 50% off. You can sign up, the link in the YouTube right here, and we're going to get this going. So if you guys are interested, definitely sign up. It's $37.50 as opposed to $75 a month, and that is for the lifetime of your membership. So you never have to pay the $75. It's always $37.50. So get signed up. I'll talk to you guys later today on the Sunday Market Blitz at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is completely free. Link will be dropped in the Telegram and the Discord chat. And let's make it happen this week and make some money.